Hey friends and fans, Ryan Dohrn here, your friendly neighborhood sales coach, and we're answering your listener questions sent in to Ryan at ryandohrn.com. All right, next question comes from Bobby over in London. Hey Bobby, how are you? Thanks for your question. Hey Ryan, I've got a lot of customers that are fixated on price, period. It always comes down to price. What should I do? So Bobby from London, we could spend an hour on this question. It's such a good one. So typically, price becomes the deciding factor when two products seem similar. So I think there's two things you want to do. One, you want to figure out your differentiating factors. And don't come up with more than three, okay? What are the three main things, differentiating factors, three of them, that either help you stand out from your competition or help you stand out from others, okay? And try not to make those things always fact-based. Make some of them a little more emotional. Like you don't want to always say, well, we're the lowest price, or we serve more people than anybody else in the country. Those are kind of fact-based. Maybe some more emotional things like we convert more customers for you, those kind of conversations, okay? So those are your three differentiating factors, and get those really vivid and get those factors really, really clear. The second thing is, what is your unique value proposition or your unique value statement? And again, you do want to have facts and stats as a part of this, but I always like to share success stories and testimonials as a part of my unique value statement or my unique value proposition. Now, just to make sure we're clear, let me give you a little bit of example from one of the conferences that I own and put on. It's called the Niche Leadership Summit. So my clearest value proposition is this is the single largest a day and a half event where you can be connected with 100% decision makers. There is no one that attends that is not a decision maker. Well, that's a really strong value proposition. It's kind of a unique value statement for me. Now, a unique value statement or a differentiating factor could be you. I mean, you might be the differentiating factor. So I think you want to do testimonials that are part of that value proposition. You want to make sure that you've got some success stories. You want to sprinkle in facts, data, and stats, really, and things like that. And I don't think that it works any different in the UK than it does here in London. Okay. The next thing is you got to stop people making an apples to apples comparison. So typically what someone will do, a prospect, a client, or whatever, they'll be comparing two products or two services or two media products or whatever. Well, they're trying to make an apples to apples comparison. Well, a lot of times that really doesn't make sense because it's more like an apples to salmon comparison. Like we're both foods, we're just in two completely different food groups. It's kind of a nice way of saying that. And we've got another question from Tyrell down in Orlando. If you listen to the podcast and stuff, we'll be answering that one coming up as well. We're going to dig in just a little bit more on that. But Bobby, I think it's important for you to understand that it really is up to you to differentiate you and your products from others. Don't leave that to the client. Don't leave that to the advertiser, because if you leave it to them, typically they're going to always go for price, because in their mind, they're going to try to force themselves to believe that both of these products are moderately similar. It's up to us to differentiate ourselves, and I refer to that as your differentiating factors. So Bobby from the UK, I hope that's helpful to you across the pond, and I wish you the best of luck out there in sales land. Keep your questions coming. Ryan at ryandohrn.com. Love to come to your office or speak at your national sales meeting and get your team all pumped up. Reach out to me, that website, ryandohrn.com. All right, friends, don't forget, if sales was easy, everybody be doing it, and they're not. We're not crazy. This is a great career. It'll feed your family for a lifetime. All right, we'll see you next week.